Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another Monday morning art talk. What do you say, Silver? You in for it? Let's do it. Check out my home studio mentorship at silvertunes.com classes. All right, so today what I wanted to talk about is he who thinks he can do it, okay? And I want to read you some stuff from one of my favorite books, I think maybe of all time. It's called He Who Thinks He Can and Other Papers on Success in Life by Orison Swett Marden. All right, so Orison Swett Marden, just phenomenal. I mean, these guys, they had it all figured out. And I'm so grateful that however it happens, I come across these books, and usually it's from hearing something and something leads me to something else. And it's the constant discovery, in all honesty, for me, that really, I think, projects me forward because of my eagerness and willingness and wanting to find out new things. And it's always been that way for me in art and business and just reading, philosophy, just all this stuff is just what it's all about, just paying attention just a little bit and not letting these messages and these different ideas just sort of just sweep by you, and all of a sudden you realize, oh, did I miss something? Later on, and it takes you 5 years to figure that one out. So always paying attention, just keeping your eye on the ball is what it's about. But I want to read you some stuff that I've underlined, and what I always think is just cool about why I like buying books and underlining them and all that. How I mentioned last week, I could just zip through it just a lot quicker. And also it's interesting because have you ever gone to the bookstore or a used bookstore and bought a book and you see someone underlining stuff? And I'm always like, God, what meant something to them? Why did they put a line underneath that? And I read it and sometimes I'm like, oh, that makes no sense. Why'd they underline that? Why'd they highlight that? That's just like, that's lame, you know. And or sometimes like, oh, I'm glad they highlighted that, made me go right to it. So I'm going to share with you some of my highlights, which you may not agree with, but maybe you will. But what I love about this this chapter, it's called What the World Owes to Dreamers. And that is us. We are the dreamers. We are the ones, we're the inventors. We're the ones who come up with all this stuff and how this stuff's gonna look and what this stuff's gonna be, from the knife and fork on your table to the car you drive to the house you live in to the studios that people are working in to the clothes on their back, to everything is owed to the dreamers, because it's the people with imagination. It's us. It's us, the artist, the devalued artist, the one that is told that you don't have, you know, you're not worthy by people of all sorts that don't really respect what it is that we do. It's because of everything is owed to the artist and the mind and the creative person. So I just want to mention this. He says, dreamers in this sense are true. Again, I'm just reading certain lines, so it might not all go into context. Dreamers in this sense are true prophets. They see the civilization that will be long before it arrives. Absolutely. I mean, we see it all. We see the flying cars. We see I mean, come on. It's all, we've seen it all. Man, be proud. Be proud that you're a dreamer. Don't let people take that away from you. It's the dreamers. It was the dreamers. They are the advance guard of humanity. Most of the things which make life worth living, which have emancipated man from drudgery and lifted him above commonness and ugliness, the great amenities of life, we owe to our dreamers. Absolutely. Isn't this great? I mean, it's just like, show this to people who doubt, who tell you that what you do is not worthy. The present is but the sum total of the dreams of the ages that have gone before, the dreams of the past made real. Our great ocean liners, our marvelous tunnels, our magnificent bridges, our schools, our universities, our hospitals, our libraries, our cosmopolitan cities with their vast facilities, comforts, and treasures of art are all the result of somebody else's dreams. Where would civilization be today but for the dreamers? It cannot be done, cries the man without imagination. It can be done, it shall be done, cries the dreamer. The very practical people tell us that the imagination is all well enough in artists, musicians, and poets, but that it has little place in the great world of realities. Boo! Boo to those people who say that. Our great yet all leaders of men have been dreamers. Our great captains of industry, our merchant princes, have had powerful prophetic imaginations. If it had not been for all our dreamers, the American population would still be hugging the Atlantic coast. Tell that to those people who doubt you. Our public parks, our art galleries, our great institutions are dotted with monuments and statues which the world has built to its dreamers. Those who saw visions of better things, better days for the human race. Our visions do not mock us. They are evidences of what it is to be. The four glimpses of possible realities. The castle in the air always precedes the castle on the earth. And I'm going to leave it with that. The castle in the air. Your imagination. That fantasy, that idea, you know, that book you've been talking about that you want to get made and do, you know, that company you want to start, you know, that comic you've been wanting to get out there, you know, that portfolio you've been just wanting to make just awesome and put it together and make it great, you know, that vacation you've been wanting to go on, that idea, whatever it is, that's all up in the air. It starts in the imagination, and that's the castle in the air. Always precedes the castle on the earth. We have to think it. We have to see it. We got to believe in it. And when we do that, we bring it to earth and we make it a reality and we make it happen because you're a dreamer. And put it on paper. But now because you have the idea, you can get someone else involved and you can hire that person and make it a reality. Okay, so whatever that is, happens all the time. People coming up with games and things and that. They can't draw, they can't write, but they find the people that make it work. That's how cars got made. That's how everything gets done. And that's what's on my website in the events. And that's where you can see it. And I'd love to see you there. So that's it, guys. Be the dreamer. Keep going. Keep imagining. Put things down on paper. Make it a reality. And make it a great week. Talk to you next week. This is Steven, and I just wanted to tell you about this cool thing that I'm doing right now through my website at silvertunes.com. It's a Skype mentorship. In a sense, what I want to do is just talk to you, meet you, tell me about things that are happening in your life, see if there's anything that I could do to help you. I can look over your artwork, do your portfolio, and just maybe try to learn all about it. We can try to arrange a time, set up a date. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And I just wanted to make it just very affordable, just to open it up, because I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the planet. It's a really cool thing, and with this technology, why not? So that's it. Thanks. Whoa, hey. Go back. Go back.
Go back.
Great. Go back. Go back.